Hello, my name is Eddie Tofpik. I'm Head of Technical Analysis and Senior Markets Analyst at ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here is your weekly technical analysis of Paris rapeseed, Winnipeg canola, and Malaysian palm oil markets. Now, I'll start with Paris rapeseed. Okay, two things here. So, as I mentioned before, if we set aside the island bottom in June, then we have an ascending triangle formed since March, which we've seen a breakout from 3 weeks ago over the upper trend line, currently at 566 even. This has a provisional target in the 617.5 area. The second pattern is to look at the action since April, this time, exclusive again of the island bottom as a possible bull channel. This pattern had a provisional target X1 in the 614.75 area. That is what I left you with last time. Since then, prices have moved higher, but mainly because the upper trend line rolled higher, and we've seen prices use that as an attractor. Yet this week we seem to be trying to move up away from that roll, but it is still early yet on that as an idea. Since all this was laid out last time, we've had an additional smaller pattern to add yet to the mix. It is the mid-August today ascending triangle, peaking up like the head and neck of a chicken, up off the main bodies previously mentioned. I cannot give an upper or lower target for this small pattern as prices have not broken the pattern as yet. However, I can give an idea of the size of the move once it happens. A move up would be plus 12 euros on top of the break of the upper trend line. That currently is 577.25. Move lower would be minus 6 euros off of the lower trend line, currently at 562 even. So this time we have two large patterns, both currently bullish, as the island bottom dealt a severe blow to any bearish incentive. Leaves me now wondering which will trump the other, and will the new smaller ascending wedge pattern show the direction, or will it be false? Winnipeg canola. Now, as I had previously mentioned, the ascending expanding wedge pattern formed over June and July has run straight into another pattern or patterns rather than try for its target below. To complicate things further, there are now two possible patterns in the offing. A possible descending triangle from early July and a possible sideways triangle also from July. The upper trend line for both is the same, the May to date downtrend, currently at 895 even. However, for the descending triangle, we have a base on the congestion between 819 to 819.40, whilst the sideways triangle has an uptrend, breached this very day, and currently at 860.5. The breach has actually managed to drop down through the rising short medium moving average, currently at 857. So we may have very little below apart from the mid-August low at 837.5 before we start hitting descending triangle territory, where the medium moving average currently lives at 826.70. So watch out, just in case. Now, earlier on when I wrote this, it was too early to give a target below just because of one breach. But I can give an idea of the move lower from this sideways triangle, especially as we are so close to the apex. Okay, so a move lower would be about Canadian dollars 58.30 underneath the confirmed breach of the lower trend line. If this turns out to be the case, then it would also be below the medium moving average and also breach the flat trend line of the descending triangle, thus likely prompting that as well. The next few days are worth close scrutiny on exactly what this market will do with the lower trend line, because being so advanced along the sideways triangle, it indicates a higher chance of a false break as well. Bursa Malaysia crude palm oil. First off, please try and ignore the color changes in the labels on the daily chart. There is no special significance to them, it is just my charting system playing silly buggers. Anyway, we haven't done much here since the breakout of the bull channel back in late July, mainly moving in between 4,300 and 4,650 levels. Yet in this movement, there has at first been a possible bullish pattern forming, then a tempering bearish pattern, and finally a potentially very, very large bullish pattern The first pattern is a possible large bull flag stroke bullish halfway hesitation, formed from the basing action back in mid-June until about mid-August. However, the longer time moves on, the more likely this pattern may prove fruitless. The second is to ideally look at the late July to mid-August action as a possible double top. To be honest, this ship has gone and sailed away. I may remove it next time completely. Finally, and the one that I suspect may be the main pattern here, is look at the whole May to date action, including the last few weeks sideways, as an extended V bottom. Now, this pattern is not that common, but it does to me have some heavy merit at this time, and by heavy I mean some really heavy merit. This last pattern now leaves a question open, and a possibility as well. The question is this: the action since the breakout of the bull channel is amorphous. It lacks any distinct shape or specific form. Hence, I cannot give an idea of direction or really of size, other than to look at the action since the low of July up to the high in August as a potential size of the move that may happen. So it's quite large. It could still be a bull flag stroke bullish halfway hesitation, but if it does, then it will have the backing of not just the June action, but all the actions since May. That is quite a lot. What we now need to look out for is to see what pattern develops from the action since early August. Two final things I'll add. Firstly, the bullish Andrews pitchfork for the 2021 action, especially the middle time, currently 46.68, still seems to be acting as an attractor of sorts. This bullish Andrews pitchfork has been a bit of a speculation on my part, but it is still valid and prominently bullish. Secondly, I've spoken at length about the bow tie formation made up of the three moving averages. The short moving average currently 44.44, the short medium moving average 42.45 currently, and the medium moving average currently 41.76. They are in the wrong order for either a bullish or bearish bow tie formation, but we did have a crossover. In this case, the crossover happened on the 20th of July, therefore between the 13th, 19th stroke 20th of August, we should have seen the result of the crossover. However, we really hadn't seen anything. So I'd ask you to treat the following I say with a pinch of salt. We've had a golden cross, a good looking one, of a short medium moving average over the medium moving average. This happened during the middle of last week. And please finally note, golden and dead crosses are lagging indicators, so please be wary, just in case. Thank you for listening. This weekly broadcast gives essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted with this broadcast. Copyright is Eddie Tofpik and ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here comes the final bit.